So ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to present to you a mystery as old as time. This is the ancient ancestor of the three-card Monte, of the three-shell game. It is older even than the cups and balls. It is a simple swindle with this. Young lady, do you know what this is? Once we've made a bet, you better believe that I will do everything within my power to make it as difficult as possible for you to keep up with the ball. Now, if we play this game long enough, eventually you will begin to get wise to the fact that when I put the ball in my pocket, it almost always shows up under the cup. This crystal is not a problem for me. At that point in the game,
Hello, I'm Dennis Watkins from the House Theater of Chicago. I'm playing Harry Houdini at Death and Harry Houdini at the Adrienne Arsht Center for the Performing Arts. So I grew up in a family of magicians, and my granddad ran a magic shop in Dallas for about 30 years. So I started learning to do magic when I was a very young kid. I majored in acting in college, and the House Theater of Chicago is a place where I gratefully get to work as both a magician, an actor, and a storyteller.
Good people, have no doubt that I will prevail, that I, Harry Houdini, will break those barriers and surpass that threshold.
My name is Nathan Allen. I'm the artistic director of the House Theater of Chicago and an artistic associate at the Arsht Center. I'm also the writer and director of Death and Harry Houdini, the play. And Death and Harry Houdini was the very first project that brought us all together 10 years ago. So we've sort of resurrected it and created this all-new production then of our first original project.
To be invincible.
In the play, we'll see Houdini as he's sort of beginning this conquest of death and beginning to do dangerous things. We describe that moment in his life by he walks across a bed of glass, and we bring out a whole bunch of broken glass, and we actually break some more glass on top of it, and the audience in the back rows can stand up so that they see him walking across. And Dennis has spent a good deal of time preparing for this. It's a trick new to this 10th anniversary production. And he's spent some time with some people who know how to do such things, practicing, and then when we brought it into the rehearsal room, we just immediately knew to add it to the show. It's just such a, like, I hold my breath every time I watch him do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Harry Houdini.
There's another great trick in the show, the Metamorphosis Trunk, which is actually a trick that Harry Houdini invented, and in which a person is locked inside of a box and someone else stands on top of the box, raises a curtain, drops a curtain, and they've switched places.
Here's the
And finally, and most magnificently, I think, is the water torture cell, which has taken Dennis years of conditioning and preparing for. He's one of very few people that we know about that is performing it anymore. And it's very similar to how Houdini would have performed it.
Brian, are you ready? Ready. Here we go.
Yeah.
As far as we know, this is the only performance of this trick done in the round, as it is surrounded on all sides. That trick is a sort of a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see something like that, and we're doing it here in Miami.
We love the commitment of having great theater in an intimate setting. The studio theater is the perfect place to come and enjoy a show, but actually have that face-to-face communication with the artists. Death and Harry Houdini is a perfect example of that. They are doing world-class magic just a few inches from the first row of the theater. And in fact, when Dennis Watkins does that famous water torture cell, when he goes into the tank, water actually splashes out of the tank and gets on the feet of the people in the front row. That's a really intimate setting, and it's important for audiences to have accessibility to this type of work.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my final trick, I am going to disappear right in front of your eyes.